It was March 14th, and I had woke up at like 4 in the morning, very dizzy.
That was the day Chelsea Moore nearly died, leaving the fate of her unborn twins in doubt.
Then she got to hallucinating and talking at her head and became very combative. I mean, she was just, oh, it was just unreal, you know.
Chelsea's mom, Brenda Moore, knew something was dreadfully wrong. She got Chelsea, who had been complaining of a terrible headache, to Norton Hospital, where doctors ordered a CT scan.
And they explained to me that it was very serious and that first off they was going to try and save Chelsea, you know, that she may lose the baby.
Endovascular neurosurgeon Shervin Dashty took one look at the CT scan and knew it was bad.
It's an unusual case. This is not something you see often. It's a giant AVM in a posterior fossa in the back part of the brain, the very eloquent part of the brain, in a patient who was pregnant with twins. That is actually, all that combination of factors has never been seen.
AVM stands for arteriovenous malformation, more simply a useless tangle of blood vessels, a rare condition seen most often in young patients.
So to relieve the pressure, we put a catheter from outside. We drill a hole in the skull and put a catheter into this ventricle, and the spinal fluid then can drain out and into a bag, out of her body into a bag, relieve the pressure on the brain. So that was the first step to save her life.
The next step, to stop the bleeding through an embolization procedure that involves guiding a tiny catheter through an artery in Chelsea's leg up into the AVM.
And through the catheter, pushing glue, a special glue we call onyx, and basically fill the abnormal vessels with glue. And what that does is it stops, it basically casts them with glue, and then there's no blood flow in them. So if you have an abnormal vessel that has no blood flow in it, there's no longer a danger of rupturing.
Typically, this procedure shuts down a third to a half of the AVM, meaning another rupture could occur. But this time?
But I would say this is like 99% to 100% cured, which is unheard of because of the size and the location of the AVM. So we got a really good result, 2-session embolization.
A few months later, after the babies were born, Dr. Dashty removed the glue-filled vessels.
Converted it from a very treacherous, basically inoperable, 100% inoperable lesion, which is very treacherous, a lot of blood vessels that are very abnormal. You even look at them wrong, they would bleed out at you if you were operating on them. We basically converted it into kind of a very easy tumor surgery, because now it was just a big glob of glue inside blood vessels. There was no bleeding, very minimal blood loss, 2.5-hour operation. Took the tumor out, and she went home about 36 hours later.
That must make you feel incredibly good.
Yeah, now it does. At the time it was a little scary.
Chelsea is able to laugh now too and cuddle with her 8-month-old twins. As for Dr. Dashty,
I love him so much. He has really saved my life. Really.
He's great. He's amazing.
He is amazing.
He's a wonderful doctor. They're beautiful, and they made it, and what a miracle it was that they even survived it all. You know, it was just traumatic, you know, and it was just great.